Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try to be a good person, you still end up feeling disrespected? You're not alone. Many people genuinely strive to be kind and supportive, yet they find themselves overlooked or belittled. This disconnect raises an essential question. What is it that causes others to disregard our efforts? This exploration will delve into the heart of the issue, uncovering the reasons behind such experiences of disrespect in our daily lives. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming content that can transform your financial mindset. Now let's continue. Feeling disrespected often stems from a misalignment between our intentions and how we are perceived by others. Our sincere efforts to behave positively can sometimes be overshadowed by the unconscious signals we project. For instance, when we compromise too much to please others, we inadvertently communicate a lack of self-respect. This, in turn, invites others to disregard our boundaries. It's crucial to understand that our behaviors, even those that seem benign, can influence how we are treated in return. At its core, this cycle of disrespect can be immensely disheartening. Imagine putting your heart into being a good friend, only to have people take you for granted. It leads to feelings of frustration and helplessness. However, the key to breaking this cycle lies in self-awareness and understanding the dynamics at play. Acknowledging that respect from others often mirrors the respect we hold for ourselves can empower us to redefine the way we interact with the world, fostering healthier relationships that honor our true selves. Unconscious signals often speak louder than our words, communicating messages about our self-respect and worth to those around us. Body language, tone of voice, and even our choice of words can reveal a lot about how we view ourselves. When we walk into a room with our heads down or avoid eye contact, we send a clear signal that we lack confidence and, by extension, self-respect. This can lead others to perceive us as less competent or even unworthy of their attention and respect. Additionally, the way we respond to others' remarks can also portray our self-image. If we dismiss compliments or downplay our achievements, we inadvertently reinforce negative perceptions. When we engage in self-deprecation or constantly seek validation, we allow others to define our value instead of establishing it ourselves. These subtle cues can create a cycle of disrespect where others feel empowered to treat us poorly based on the signals we unknowingly emit. Understanding the nature of these unconscious signals is the first step toward fostering better relationships. By becoming more aware of how we present ourselves and how our behavior can be interpreted, we can start to shift the narrative. Practicing self-affirmation and projecting confidence not only helps us feel better about ourselves, but can also transform the way we are perceived. It is vital to remember that every interaction holds the potential to either build or diminish respect, and recognizing these signals can pave the way for more positive experiences. Constant self-denigration can significantly undermine how others perceive our competence and value in social situations. When we repeatedly belittle our abilities or achievements, we inadvertently create a narrative that suggests we lack confidence in ourselves. This habit not only diminishes our self-worth, but also influences how others engage with us, often leading to a lack of respect and acknowledgement from peers, colleagues, or even friends. Self-deprecation might seem harmless or even endearing in certain contexts, yet it has a cumulative effect on our social interactions. Every time we make a joke at our own expense or brush aside compliments, we signal to others that we believe we aren't worthy of respect or recognition. Over time, this can erode our reputation, making it harder for others to see us as leaders or equals in various scenarios, whether professional or personal. Breaking free from the toxic habit of self-denigration requires a deliberate shift in mindset. Practicing self-compassion and acknowledging our achievements, no matter how small, can help reinforce a positive self-image. By learning to speak kindly to ourselves and embracing our strengths, we not only build our confidence but also reshape the perception others have of us. When we hold our heads high and recognize our worth, we invite respect from those around us, fostering healthier and more empowering relationships. Excessive politeness can sometimes be perceived as a lack of confidence, leading others to view us as weak or overly submissive. While being polite is essential in maintaining civility and respect in interactions, overly accommodating behavior can blur the lines of assertiveness. When we prioritize politeness at the expense of our own needs and opinions, We send the message that we value others' approval more than our own self-respect. This toxic habit can erode respect in social situations, as people may come to expect our deference and fail to recognize our opinions as valid. Constantly yielding to others' preferences or suppressing our own desires to maintain harmony can create an imbalance in relationships. Rather than being seen as courteous, we risk becoming invisible, making it easy for others to overlook our contributions and worth. To counteract this tendency, it's crucial to find a balance between politeness and assertiveness. Cultivating the ability to express our needs and opinions respectfully can enhance our interactions and reinforce our self-respect. Setting boundaries and speaking up when necessary allows us to be firm yet courteous, ultimately fostering an environment where we are treated with the respect we deserve. When we stand our ground while maintaining kindness, we communicate strength and self-worth, encouraging others to respond likewise. A lack of assertiveness can drastically impact our ability to command respect in various aspects of life. When we fail to express our thoughts, needs, or boundaries clearly, we open the door for others to undermine our authority and self-worth. Assertiveness is not just about speaking up. It's about standing firm in our beliefs and ensuring our voices are heard, ultimately fostering healthier dynamics in relationships and interactions. The absence of assertiveness often leads to situations where others may dismiss or take advantage of us. When we don't advocate for ourselves, we inadvertently signal that our own opinions and needs are less important than those of others. This can manifest in personal relationships, workplaces, or even casual social gatherings, eroding our self-esteem and contributing to a cycle of disrespect. Over time, this lack of assertiveness can leave us feeling frustrated and unheard. Embracing assertiveness is essential in regaining our power and fostering mutual respect in relationships. By learning to communicate our needs and set clear boundaries, we not only assert our rights but also model healthy behavior for those around us. Practicing assertiveness can lead to more fulfilling interactions, where we feel valued and respected. As we develop this crucial skill, we transform our ability to navigate relationships, ensuring that respect is a two-way street. Neglecting personal appearance can significantly affect how we are perceived and respected by others. The way we present ourselves often serves as a reflection of our self-esteem and attention to personal care. When we overlook our grooming or dress in a way that suggests we don't value ourselves, it can lead others to question our competence and seriousness, impacting our interactions across various environments. Personal grooming goes beyond just aesthetics. It sends a powerful message about our self-respect and professionalism. When we take the time to maintain our appearance, we demonstrate a commitment to ourselves that others are likely to recognize. Conversely, a disheveled or neglected appearance may invite assumptions of casualness or lack of ambition, ultimately influencing the level of respect others extend to us in professional and social situations alike. To earn respect and project confidence, it's important to cultivate a personal image that aligns with the message we want to communicate. This doesn't necessarily mean adhering to societal beauty standards, but rather ensuring we put our best foot forward in a way that feels authentic to us. Simple practices like dressing appropriately for the occasion, maintaining good hygiene, and presenting ourselves well can dramatically enhance how we are perceived. By prioritizing our personal appearance, we reinforce our self-worth and invite others to recognize and respect us accordingly. The inability to set clear boundaries can be a significant contributor to increased disrespect and exploitation in our relationships. When we fail to communicate our limits, we inadvertently invite others to overstep and take advantage of us. Poor boundary setting often stems from a desire to please others or a fear of conflict, but it ultimately leads to feelings of resentment and being undervalued. When boundaries are not established, it becomes difficult for others to understand what is acceptable behavior towards us. This lack of clarity may result in people assuming they can treat us however they please, which can lead to a cycle of disrespect. Over time, this can erode our self-esteem and create an environment where we feel taken for granted. Our needs and desires become secondary, making it increasingly challenging to assert our worth. Establishing and maintaining strong boundaries is essential for fostering respect in all areas of life. It allows us to protect our time, energy, and emotional well-being while communicating to others what we will and will not accept. When we confidently set boundaries, we not only safeguard our own interests, but also encourage healthier dynamics in our relationships. By clarifying our limits, we create an environment where respect can flourish, making it clear that we deserve to be treated with kindness and consideration. Low self-confidence is closely linked to a lack of respect from others, as our self-perception often dictates how we are treated in interpersonal interactions. When we don't believe in our abilities or worth, we project insecurity, which can invite pity rather than respect. This pervasive feeling of inadequacy can lead to a vicious cycle where others see us as less capable or deserving, reinforcing our own doubts and further eroding our self-esteem. People are instinctively drawn to confidence. When we exude self-assurance, we not only feel better about ourselves, but also command respect from those around us. Conversely, low self-confidence can manifest in behaviors such as hesitance to voice our thoughts or shy away from challenges, which may be interpreted as weakness by others. This misinterpretation can lead to being undervalued and overlooked, ultimately diminishing our presence in both personal and professional spheres. Building self-confidence is essential for breaking the cycle of disrespect. It begins with self-belief and recognizing our unique strengths and contributions. Engaging in positive self-talk, setting achievable goals, and celebrating small victories can significantly enhance our self-esteem. As we develop a stronger sense of self-worth, we not only improve our own perception, but also inspire respect from others, enabling us to pursue fulfilling relationships and experiences without the shadow of doubt. Excessive agreeableness can be a dangerous trap that leads to an erosion of respect in our relationships. When we prioritize others' needs and desires at the expense of our own opinions and boundaries, we risk being seen as pushovers. This kind of over-accommodation often results in feelings of resentment and frustration as we suppress our own voice to maintain harmony, essentially diminishing our value in the eyes of others. While being agreeable and cooperative can foster positive connections, there is a fine line between compromise and capitulation. When we constantly seek to please others, we inadvertently diminish the respect they hold for us. People may begin to take us for granted, assuming that we will always prioritize their preferences over our own. This imbalance can lead to scenarios where our thoughts and contributions are overlooked or dismissed, contributing to a cycle of disrespect. To combat the pitfalls of excessive agreeableness, it is essential to cultivate a sense of self-worth that allows for authentic expression. Balancing kindness with assertiveness means learning to voice our thoughts and desires confidently. Setting healthy boundaries while maintaining respect for others is key to transforming our interactions. By embracing our individuality and standing firm in our beliefs, we not only foster mutual respect, but also create more genuine and fulfilling connections with those around us. Building self-respect is a foundational step toward fostering healthier interactions and relationships. It begins with acknowledging our inherent worth and embracing the unique qualities that make us who we are. Practicing self-affirmation by regularly reflecting on our strengths and accomplishments can significantly enhance our self-image. This positive reinforcement sets the stage for asserting ourselves more confidently in various situations, allowing us to communicate our needs and desires more effectively. To cultivate self-respect, it's vital to establish firm boundaries that reflect our values and priorities. This involves learning to say no when necessary and recognizing that our time and energy are precious resources. By setting clear limits, we not only protect ourselves from exploitation, but also signal to others that we value our own needs. This, in turn, fosters mutual respect in relationships where both parties are recognized as equals. Additionally, engaging in self-care practices can reinforce our self-respect and confidence. Taking time for ourselves, whether through physical activity, mindfulness, or pursuing hobbies, contributes to a well-rounded sense of identity. As we invest in our personal growth and well-being, we empower ourselves to approach interactions with assertiveness and clarity. Ultimately, cultivating self-respect paves the way for healthier, more meaningful connections, enabling us to navigate relationships with confidence and authenticity. The cycle of respect begins and ends with self-respect, establishing the foundation for healthier and more meaningful relationships. When we recognize our own worth, we set the standard for how we expect to be treated by others. This self-acknowledgement not only boosts our confidence, but also communicates to the world that we value ourselves. As we cultivate self-respect, we create a positive feedback loop that encourages others to respond with respect in return. Earning respect from others is not just a passive experience. It requires an active commitment to asserting our boundaries, expressing our needs, and demonstrating confidence. Each time we engage in behaviors that reinforce our self-worth, we affirm our right to be treated with dignity. This ongoing practice not only enhances our relationships, but also fosters environments where mutual respect thrives, benefiting everyone involved. As we reflect on the principles of self-respect and its impact on our interactions, it becomes clear that the journey toward genuine respect starts within. By prioritizing self-care, assertiveness, and personal boundaries, we empower ourselves to break the cycle of disrespect. Let us strive to embrace our worth and advocate for our needs, remembering that when we respect ourselves, we inspire others to do the same. Together, we can cultivate a world where respect is a reciprocal exchange, enriching our lives and relationships in the process.